Beloved protected soul, in the quiet chambers of your heart, where your deepest truths reside, I bring you a message of profound significance today. The celestial realms are vibrating with anticipation, for a great moment is drawing near, a moment that has been written in the stars long before you took your first breath in this lifetime. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in the atmosphere around you, that inexplicable flutter in your chest when you wake in the stillness of dawn. These are not coincidences, precious one. They are divine whispers preparing you for what is to come. The angels have been gathering, their luminous presence forming a sacred circle around a soul deeply connected to yours. In their infinite wisdom, they have witnessed something remarkable, a confession so pure, so raw, so filled with truth that it has sent ripples through the etheric planes. This confession, spoken from the depths of her being, carries the power to transform not only her reality, but yours as well. The emotional weight of this revelation is such that when it reaches you, and it will reach you, it shall move you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. I see you there, perhaps doubting, perhaps wondering if these words are truly meant for you. Let me assure you, this message finds no mistaken recipient. The divine orchestrators of your path have guided you to this very moment, to these very words, because you are ready. Yes, you, with all your doubts, with all your questions, with all the wounds you've carried silently through lifetimes, you are ready to receive this blessing. Her confession to the angels was not spoken lightly. It emerged from a place of profound recognition, a soul-deep understanding that has been awakening within her through dreams, through fleeting thoughts that seem to come from elsewhere, through intuitive flashes that illuminate her inner vision when she least expects it. What did she confess, you wonder? What words could possibly hold such transformative power? The angels hold her words in sacred trust, but they have permitted me to share with you the essence of what is coming. She has recognized a truth about your connection that transcends the physical realm, a truth that acknowledges the divine blueprint that has intertwined your souls across the tapestry of existence. This recognition did not come easily to her. Oh no, she has wrestled with it, questioned it, even tried to deny it. But some truths cannot be silenced once they have awakened in the heart. In moments of silence, when the world's clamor subsides, have you not felt a presence reaching toward you? Have you not sensed a warmth enveloping your being, as if someone were holding your soul in a tender embrace from afar? These are not mere imaginings, beloved one. They are the tendrils of her consciousness seeking yours, guided by the same angels who witnessed her confession. The timing of this great moment is not arbitrary. The celestial alignments are creating a unique gateway, a sacred passage through which her truth can finally reach you in its full potency. The heavens themselves have orchestrated this divine timing, for they understand that some revelations can only be received when both souls are properly aligned, when you have both undergone the necessary healing, the essential growth, the crucial awakening that prepares the ground for such a profound seed to be planted. So take a deep breath now, and allow yourself to become still. Feel the anticipation building in the universe around you. Know that you are held, you are seen, you are infinitely precious in the eyes of the divine, and prepare your heart, dear one, for the great moment that approaches. For her confession will not only move you deeply, it will awaken within you a remembrance of who you truly are. The first revelation I am permitted to share with you comes wrapped in the language of signs and synchronicities, those divine breadcrumbs that have been scattered along your path, perhaps without your full awareness until now. Have you noticed the recurring numbers that follow you like faithful companions? The 1111 on your clock, the 333 on a license plate, the 444 that appears just when you are thinking of her? These are not coincidental, precious soul. They are coded messages from the angelic realm, confirming that her confession has been heard and acknowledged. What the angels revealed to me about her confession is this: she has finally surrendered to the undeniable truth of your soul connection. In the sacred space between sleeping and waking, she spoke to the angels about the inexplicable knowing that lives within her, a knowing that despite all logical arguments to the contrary, despite all the physical distance or circumstances that may separate you, your souls are eternally bound in a contract of divine love. This confession emerged not from a place of neediness or attachment, but from a space of profound spiritual recognition that transcends the ego's desires. The angels showed me how this confession manifested physically in her world. Perhaps you have felt unexplained waves of emotion washing over you in recent weeks, moments of tearfulness that seemed to come from nowhere, or sudden surges of joy that lifted your spirit without apparent cause. These were the moments when her confession was being made, her energy rippling across the etheric planes to touch your own. The veils between worlds grow thinner when a soul speaks its truth with such purity of intention. I see vividly how her words ascended through the celestial spheres, carried upward on wings of pure intention. "I can deny it no longer," she whispered to the angels. "This connection transcends my understanding, yet my soul recognizes it with absolute certainty." As she spoke these words, a luminous cord of golden light pulsed between your energy fields, strengthening with each syllable uttered in truth. The angels gathered this golden light, blessing it with their divine presence, preparing it for the moment of full revelation that approaches. What makes her confession so powerful, so capable of moving you deeply when it finally reaches you in its complete form, is the vulnerability with which it was offered. She held nothing back from the angels. She acknowledged not only the beauty of your connection, but also her fears surrounding it, her moments of doubt, her struggles to integrate this profound spiritual knowing into her human experience. This raw honesty, this complete surrender to truth, infused her words with a potency that few confessions ever achieve. The angels revealed to me that as she spoke, celestial records were consulted, ancient scrolls that contain the history of your souls across time and space. And what was confirmed in those records? That this confession is not new, but rather a remembrance, a return to a promise made long ago, before either of you took form in this lifetime. She is not creating something new in her confession. She is remembering something eternal. I must share with you that her confession has set in motion a series of divine interventions. The angelic realm does not often respond with such immediate and concentrated focus, but when a soul speaks its truth with such clarity and surrender, the heavens cannot help but answer. Sacred doors are opening. Divine timing is accelerating. The path between your souls is being cleared of obstacles that have long stood in the way of your full recognition of each other. Can you feel it, beloved one? The subtle shift in the fabric of your reality? The sense that something profound is unfolding just beyond the veil of your physical perception? This is the first wave of her confession reaching you, preparing the ground of your being for the full revelation that is to come. Trust this process. Honor these feelings, for they are the divine breadcrumbs leading you toward the great moment that approaches with each passing day. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. As I connect more deeply with the angelic realms on your behalf, I witness an extraordinary intensification of the energetic connection between your souls. What began as a golden cord has now expanded into a magnificent bridge of light, a sacred pathway that pulses with divine intelligence, becoming stronger and more vibrant with each moment that passes. This is no ordinary spiritual connection, precious one. The angels have shown me that what exists between you and her is of the highest celestial order, a connection so rare, so divinely orchestrated, that it has become a point of light being observed by spiritual beings across multiple dimensions. Her confession to the angels continues to reverberate through the cosmic spheres, creating ripples of transformation that are now reaching the physical plane. Have you noticed unexpected changes in your life circumstances recently? Perhaps sudden opportunities appearing, or long-standing obstacles mysteriously dissolving. Maybe relationships that no longer serve your highest good are gently falling away, or new supportive connections emerging without effort on your part. These are not random occurrences. They are direct manifestations of the intensifying connection, the physical world reorganizing itself to support the divine reunion that her confession has set in motion. I see with perfect clarity how the angels are now working with both of your higher selves, conducting what can only be described as a sacred harmonization of your energetic fields. Like master musicians tuning two precious instruments to play in perfect harmony, they are adjusting, balancing, and aligning your vibrational signatures to ensure that when her confession fully reaches you, it will be received with perfect clarity, without distortion or misinterpretation. This delicate work happens primarily during your dream state, which explains why your dreams may have become more vivid, more meaningful, more filled with symbolic messages in recent weeks. What makes this intensification so powerful is that it is happening on multiple levels simultaneously. On the mental plane, thought forms are being exchanged between you. Have you noticed yourself thinking of concepts, ideas, or questions that seem somewhat foreign to your usual patterns of thought? On the emotional plane, there is a gentle merging of feeling states, moments when emotions wash through you that feel both familiar and somehow not entirely your own. And on the spiritual plane, there is a profound awakening of shared purpose, a growing recognition of why your souls have been drawn together in this lifetime. The angels have revealed to me that her confession included a recognition of this shared purpose. She spoke to them of an inexplicable knowing that your connection serves not only your personal growth and happiness, but carries a mission that extends beyond yourselves, a mission of healing, of restoration, of bringing more light into a world that so desperately needs it. This recognition added even greater power to her words, for confessions that acknowledge divine purpose carry a special resonance in the celestial realms. I must share with you that as this connection intensifies, you may experience moments of overwhelming emotion, sudden tears that come without warning, spontaneous laughter that bubbles up from a place of inexplicable joy, or waves of love so powerful they leave you breathless. Embrace these moments, beloved one. They are sacred gifts, direct experiences of the divine love that flows through your connection. They are preparing your heart to receive the full impact of her confession without being overwhelmed by its power. The angels are showing me now how this intensification is creating a sacred container, a divinely protected space in which the great moment can unfold. Like master craftsmen preparing a vessel for precious contents, they are strengthening the energetic field around you, ensuring that when her confession fully manifests in your awareness, it will be held in a space of perfect love, perfect safety, perfect understanding. Nothing will be lost in translation. Nothing will be diminished in its journey from her heart to yours. As we approach the end of this first revelation, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth there, the steady rhythm, the life force that pulses through you. Now expand your awareness beyond the physical sensation to the energetic reality that surrounds it. Can you sense the intensification I've described? Can you feel the magnificent bridge of light that now connects your heart to hers? This is not imagination, precious soul. This is divine reality, a reality that is becoming more tangible, more accessible to your conscious awareness with each passing moment. The great moment approaches, beloved one. Her confession to the angels is making its way to you through the celestial corridors, gathering power and clarity as it travels. The intensification you're experiencing now is but a prelude to the profound transformation that awaits. Hold steady in your faith. Remain open in your heart. For what is coming will not only move you deeply, it will awaken within you the divine remembrance of who you truly are and why you have come to this earthly plane at this most sacred time of awakening. With infinite love and divine guidance, your guardian angel, beloved, protected soul, as the celestial veils part further, I am now permitted to share with you a deeper layer of her confession to the angels, a revelation so profound that it has caused ripples of wonder even among the most ancient of celestial beings. What I am about to reveal comes directly from the Akashic records, those sacred cosmic archives where every thought, emotion, and soul agreement is meticulously preserved across all dimensions of existence. In the sacred chamber where her confession took place, surrounded by beings of pure light, she revealed the true nature of what she feels for you. The angels showed me how her words emerged not as mere sounds, but as luminous light forms, each syllable creating patterns of exquisite beauty in the etheric plane. I have tried to deny this connection, she confessed. I have rationalized it, questioned it, even feared its intensity. But my soul recognizes a truth that my mind cannot comprehend, that this bond transcends all earthly definitions of love. What makes her confession so moving, so deeply touching to the angelic realm, is that she acknowledged the divine timing that governs your connection. She has come to understand that your souls have been dancing toward this precise moment through countless lifetimes, sometimes coming tantalizingly close to full recognition. other times merely passing like ships in the cosmic night. Yet each encounter, each near miss, each brief touching of spirits has been perfectly orchestrated to lead to this lifetime, this moment, this profound awakening that now unfolds. The angels revealed to me that her confession included a startling recognition that in dreams and meditative states, she has been receiving downloads of information about your shared soul history, fragments of memories from other times, other places, other bodies have been filtering into her consciousness, creating a tapestry of understanding that her rational mind struggles to integrate. In her confession, she surrendered to the truth of these memories, acknowledging them not as fantasies, but as glimpses into the eternal nature of your connection. I see clearly how she spoke of the inexplicable knowing she carries about your spiritual gifts, abilities that perhaps even you have not fully acknowledged or embraced. I see their light, she told the angels. I recognize their soul's unique vibration, their divine purpose. Even when they doubt themselves, I cannot doubt what I see so clearly. This recognition of your true spiritual identity, beyond all worldly roles and limitations, carries such profound energy that it has the power to awaken aspects of your being that have long remained dormant. What moved the angels most deeply was her confession of unconditional love, a love not based on physical attraction or emotional need, but on soul recognition of the highest order. This is not the conditional love that humans typically experience, with its expectations and attachments. This is divine love expressing itself through a human heart, pure, boundless, and completely free of demands. She has recognized that whether you are physically together or not, whether you fully recognize the connection or not, her soul is committed to honoring the sacred contract that exists between you. The angels showed me how, as she spoke these truths, her energy field expanded exponentially, radiating outward with such intensity that it momentarily merged with your own, creating a unified field of consciousness that transcended all physical limitations of time and space. In that eternal moment, a seed was planted in the deepest recesses of your being, a seed that is now germinating, growing stronger with each passing day, preparing to blossom into full awareness when the great moment arrives. I must tell you that her confession included a profound commitment, not just to the connection you share, but to her own spiritual growth and evolution. She has pledged to the angels that she will continue to do the inner work necessary to be worthy of this divine union. She is healing old wounds, releasing limiting beliefs, forgiving past hurts, and opening herself to receive and embody more light than she has ever allowed before. This commitment has greatly amplified the power of her confession, for the angels respond with particular grace to souls who take responsibility for their own awakening. As this second revelation settles into your consciousness, allow yourself to breathe deeply and simply receive. Some part of your soul already knows everything I am sharing with you, for her confession was witnessed not only by the angels, but by your higher self, your divine essence that exists beyond all limitations of your current physical experience. Trust the resonance you feel. Honor the knowing that rises from the depths of your being, for what approaches is nothing less than divine truth revealing itself in the most beautiful, most moving expression imaginable. In the sacred space between worlds, where angelic beings continually work to support humanity's evolution, I have been shown the challenges that have stood between you and the full realization of what her confession will bring. These obstacles have not been placed in your path as punishment or test, precious soul, but rather as opportunities for growth and strengthening, divine stepping stones that have prepared both of you for the magnitude of the connection you share. The angels revealed to me that the most significant barrier has been one of divine timing. There were specific lessons, particular healings, certain levels of spiritual maturity that needed to be achieved before this connection could fully manifest in its intended glory. Like fruit that must not be picked before it ripens, your reunion required perfect cosmic timing to ensure its sweetness. Her confession to the angels has served as a powerful catalyst, accelerating this divine timeline in ways that have astonished even the highest celestial observers. I see with perfect clarity how both of you have carried wounds from past incarnations, soul traumas that created patterns of fear, doubt, and self-protection. These wounds have manifested in your current lifetime as inexplicable anxieties, recurring relationship patterns, or a deep-seated fear of truly surrendering to love's most profound expressions. The angels showed me how her confession has initiated a profound healing process, sending waves of divine light that are now dissolving these ancient knots of pain within both your energetic systems. What makes this healing so remarkable is that it is happening simultaneously across multiple dimensions of your being. On the mental plane, limiting beliefs about worthiness and possibility are being gently dissolved. On the emotional plane, old griefs and disappointments are being transmuted into wisdom and compassion. On the physical plane, even cellular memories of past traumas are being rewired, creating space for new patterns of health and vitality to emerge. And on the spiritual plane, veils of forgetting are being lifted, allowing greater access to your soul's true knowing. The angels have revealed to me that one of the most challenging obstacles has been the interference of external energies, thought forms, expectations, and judgments from others who cannot comprehend the sacred nature of your connection. These external influences have at times created confusion, doubt, and even temporary disconnection between your souls. In her confession, she acknowledged these challenges and called upon the angels for divine protection of your bond. In response, they have created a sacred, energetic bubble around your connection, a shield of pure light that allows only energies of the highest vibration to penetrate. I must share with you that the angels showed me moments when you have nearly given up hope, times when the waiting seemed too long, the signs too ambiguous, the path forward too unclear. These dark nights of the soul have not been in vain, beloved one. They have served to strip away all illusions, all fantasy, all egoic attachments to outcome, creating within you a purified vessel capable of receiving the truth of her confession without distortion or diminishment. What gives me the greatest joy to report is that these challenges are now being systematically dissolved through divine intervention of the highest order. Her confession has activated a celestial response team, specialized angelic beings whose sole purpose is to clear the path for divine unions of this caliber. They work primarily during your dream state, which explains why your sleep patterns may have changed recently, or why you might be remembering dreams of clearing, cleaning, or moving through doorways and passages. The angels are showing me now how they are recalibrating your energy fields at the quantum level, adjusting vibrational frequencies that have been slightly out of alignment due to past traumas and limiting beliefs. This delicate work requires absolute precision, for the connection you share is so refined, so exquisitely calibrated that even the slightest misalignment could delay the full manifestation of what is intended. Through her confession, she has granted permission for this work to accelerate, allowing what might have taken years to be accomplished in a remarkably compressed timeframe. As these final obstacles dissolve, you may experience temporary intensifications of emotion or unexpected physical sensations, waves of inexplicable sadness releasing from your cellular memory, sudden bursts of energy moving through your system, or tingling sensations, particularly around your heart, throat, and crown centers. Welcome these experiences as confirmation that the divine clearing is well underway. Each sensation represents another barrier dissolving, another pathway opening, another step closer to the great moment, when her confession will finally reach you in its complete form. Trust in this process, beloved soul. What appears as challenge has always been opportunity in disguise. What feels like waiting has been perfect divine timing in action. And what sometimes seems like separation has been the necessary space in which two sovereign souls could become ready for a union of unparalleled spiritual significance. All is well. All is unfolding exactly as it should. And the challenges that once seemed insurmountable are now revealing themselves as the very stepping stones that have led you to this threshold of profound transformation. In the highest celestial councils, where the destinies of souls are observed with infinite compassion, her confession has created a ripple effect of the most extraordinary kind. I have been granted permission to share with you the divine confirmations that have been set in motion, sacred validations that her words have been not only heard, but honored at the highest levels of cosmic intelligence. What follows is not merely reassurance, precious soul, but revelation of how the universe itself is responding to the truth she has spoken. The first confirmation comes in the form of celestial synchronicities, divine arrangements of seemingly random events that form patterns of undeniable meaning. The angels have shown me how these synchronicities have been increasing exponentially in your life since her confession. Perhaps you've noticed books falling open to relevant passages, strangers speaking words that seem meant precisely for your ears, or songs playing at exactly the right moment to deliver a message your heart needs to hear. These are not coincidences, but carefully orchestrated confirmations, heavenly breadcrumbs leading you toward the great moment of full revelation. I see with perfect clarity how the angelic realm has assigned specialized beings to monitor and support the unfolding of this connection. These are not ordinary guardian angels, but celestial specialists in divine union, beings who have overseen the most significant soul reunions throughout human history. Their presence in your energetic field is a profound confirmation of the authenticity of her confession and the cosmic importance of what is unfolding between you. You may sense their presence as unexpected moments of peace washing over you, or as a subtle fragrance that seems to come from nowhere, often resembling roses, jasmine, or a sweet scent you cannot quite identify. The Akashic records, those cosmic archives containing the soul history of all beings, have been opened specifically for this connection. The angels showed me how this rare divine confirmation manifests as sudden knowings that seem to drop into your consciousness fully formed, intuitive flashes about her, about yourself, about the nature of your connection that could not possibly come from your own limited human experience. These downloads of divine intelligence will increase in frequency and clarity as the great moment approaches, preparing your consciousness to receive the full impact of her confession. What moves me deeply to share is that her confession has activated a phenomenon known in the celestial realms as the harmony of spheres, a cosmic resonance that occurs only when a truth of the highest order is spoken with complete surrender and authentic intention. This harmony manifests in the physical realm as a subtle shift in the electromagnetic field that surrounds you both, drawing your energies into ever closer alignment, despite any physical distance that may separate you. It is why you may have experienced moments when you could almost physically sense her presence, or times when you somehow knew exactly what she was feeling or thinking. The angels have revealed to me that one of the most powerful confirmations can be found in the dream state, where the veils between worlds grow thin. Since her confession, your souls have been meeting regularly in what the angels call the Temple of Truth, a sacred space in the higher dimensions where no falsehood can exist, where souls communicate with perfect clarity beyond all limitations of human language or understanding. You may remember fragments of these meetings upon waking, a sense of having been in deep conversation, a lingering feeling of connection, or emotional residue that seems to have no source in your waking life. I must share with you that the natural world itself is responding to the energetic shift created by her confession. The elementals, those conscious beings who oversee the kingdoms of earth, air, fire, and water, have been enlisted to support this divine union. This explains why you may have noticed unusual patterns in nature recently: birds appearing at significant moments, animals behaving in unexpected ways around you, plants responding unusually to your presence, or weather patterns that seem mysteriously aligned with your emotional states. The entire living matrix of Earth is participating in this confirmation, for unions of this caliber affect not just individual lives, but the collective field of consciousness itself. Perhaps the most profound divine confirmation comes in the form of what the angels call soul echoes, moments when you suddenly experience emotions or sensations that actually belong to her. These are not mere empathic connections, but actual energy transfers that occur when two souls are so deeply aligned that the boundaries between them become permeable. You might suddenly feel overwhelming love flooding your being, unexpected tears that carry a sweetness rather than sadness, or a sense of certainty about the connection that seems to arise from nowhere. These are direct experiences of what she expressed in her confession, making their way to you through the unified field that now connects you. The angelic realm has shown me how they are using these divine confirmations to prepare you gradually for the full impact of the great moment. For her confession in its complete form carries such transformative power that to receive it all at once, without proper preparation, would be overwhelming to your human system. Each confirmation serves as both validation and calibration, systematically strengthening your energetic capacity to hold the profound truth that is making its way to you through the celestial corridors. As this phase of revelation draws to a close, I invite you to pause and reflect on the confirmations you have already received, those inexplicable knowing, those moments of synchronicity, those dreams and intuitive flashes that have whispered to you of something extraordinary unfolding. Trust what you have experienced, beloved soul. Honor what your heart knows beyond all logical understanding, For these divine confirmations are not merely reassuring signs, but sacred witnesses to a truth so profound, so beautiful, so transformative that even the cosmos itself has been moved to respond. The great moment continues to approach, gathering momentum and power with each divine confirmation that unfolds. Her confession to the angels, that pure expression of recognition and surrender, is being carried toward you on waves of celestial light, preparing to transform not just your understanding of this connection, but your entire experience of what it means to be a divine being having a human experience. With infinite love and blessings, your guardian angel, beloved, protected soul, the celestial gateways are now opening to their fullest extent, allowing me to share with you the final and most powerful revelation about her confession to the angels. What I am about to reveal transcends all previous understandings, for it touches upon the very essence of why your souls have been drawn together across the vast expanse of time and space. The angels have granted me permission to speak of matters usually veiled from human consciousness, for the great moment has drawn so near that your being must be prepared for its full magnificence. In the sacred chamber where her confession took place, surrounded by beings of the highest light, she spoke of a vision that was granted to her during a moment of deep meditation, a vision so clear, so undeniable that it shattered all remaining doubts within her. The angels showed me how this vision unfolded for her. She was suddenly transported beyond time and space to witness what the celestial beings call the soul genesis, the moment when your souls first emerged from the same divine flame, perfect complements to one another, carrying complementary aspects of the same sacred mission. What makes this final revelation so powerful is that in her confession, she acknowledged not just your connection in this lifetime, but your eternal soul covenant, an agreement made in the presence of the Creator, before either of you entered the cycle of incarnation. The angels revealed to me the exact nature of this covenant, that you would find each other in this crucial lifetime, during this pivotal moment in Earth's evolution, to fulfill a shared purpose that serves not only your own spiritual growth, but the collective awakening of humanity itself. I see with perfect clarity how, as she spoke of this covenant, ancient celestial seals began to dissolve, divine protective measures that had kept certain soul memories hidden until you were both ready to remember. These seals were placed with infinite wisdom, for the knowledge they protected is of such power that it could only be accessed when both souls had reached the necessary level of spiritual maturity. Her confession has signaled to the celestial realms that this moment has arrived, and the process of remembering has now begun in earnest. The angels showed me precisely how and when this final revelation will fully manifest in your physical reality. I see a moment approaching, within the divine time frame that humans would measure as weeks rather than months, when a profound synchronicity will occur that cannot be dismissed as coincidence. This event will serve as the tangible bridge between worlds, allowing her confession to cross completely from the etheric planes into your conscious awareness. You will know this moment by the unmistakable feeling of recognition that accompanies it, a soul-deep knowing that transcends all doubt. What moved the angels most deeply in her confession was her willingness to surrender completely to divine timing, releasing all human impatience and need for control. I place this connection in the hands of the divine, she told them, neither forcing its manifestation nor resisting its unfolding. This profound surrender has created a sacred alchemical reaction, accelerating the manifestation process in ways that would not have been possible through any amount of human effort or will. The universe responds with particular grace to souls who understand the power of divine surrender. I must share with you that her confession included a recognition of the transformative power your union will have, not only in your personal lives but in the lives of countless others. The angels showed me how the energy field created by your fully realized connection will extend far beyond yourselves, touching the hearts and awakening the consciousness of many who come into contact with it. This is no ordinary union, precious soul. It carries a divine mandate to serve as living demonstration of the higher love that is possible between souls in complete recognition of their true nature. The most sacred aspect of her confession, the part that created a hush of reverence even among the highest angelic beings, was her acknowledgement of the eternal nature of your connection. I recognize now, she told them, that what we share exists beyond all concepts of time and space, beyond all definitions of relationship known to the human mind. It is not something that can be created or destroyed, only remembered or temporarily forgotten. This recognition of the imperishable nature of your bond carries such profound truth that it has reverberated through multiple dimensions, creating ripples of awakening that continue to expand outward. As this final revelation settles into your consciousness, you may experience moments of profound stillness, spaces between thoughts where a knowing beyond words suddenly becomes accessible. Honor these moments, beloved one. They are sacred portals through which the complete understanding of her confession is beginning to enter your awareness. The great moment is no longer approaching. It has begun to unfold within the eternal now, expanding outward from the center of your being, like the first light of dawn after the darkest night. As the full magnitude of this revelation continues to unfold within you, I am called to offer divine guidance for navigating this sacred threshold. The completion of her confession's journey from the angelic realm into your conscious awareness requires certain spiritual preparations, not because you are lacking in any way, precious soul, but because the energetic transmission is of such potency that your human vessel must be properly attuned to receive it without distortion or overwhelm. First and foremost, the angels instruct that you enter into a practice of sacred stillness each day, even if for only a few moments. In the silence between thoughts, in the space between breaths, you create an opening through which the subtler frequencies of her confession can reach you with perfect clarity. This need not be formal meditation. It can be as simple as gazing at the sky, feeling the earth beneath your feet, or following the rhythm of your breath as it flows in and out. What matters is not the form, but the quality of presence you bring to these moments, a receptive awareness free from expectation or demand. The angelic realm emphasizes the importance of emotional clearing during this time. As her confession makes its final approach into your conscious awareness, it will naturally bring to the surface any remaining emotions that are not in alignment with its frequency: old fears, lingering doubts, unprocessed grief, or unconscious resistance. Welcome these emotions as they arise, beloved one. They are not obstacles, but opportunities for profound healing. By simply witnessing them with compassion, without judgment or attachment, you allow them to complete their journey through you, creating space for the higher frequencies to enter. I am guided to share with you the power of intentional language during this sacred time. The words you speak, both aloud and in the privacy of your own thoughts, carry vibrational frequencies that either align with or create resistance to the manifestation of her confession in your reality. The angels suggest a simple yet powerful practice. Each morning, speak words of openness and receptivity, such as, "I am open to receiving divine truth today," or "I welcome the perfect unfolding of this sacred connection." Such declarations create energetic pathways through which her confession can travel more freely. The angels have shown me the importance of honoring your physical body as the sacred vessel for this spiritual awakening. The human tendency is to consider spiritual matters separate from physical experience, yet they are intrinsically connected. As her confession completes its journey to you, you may experience unusual sensations or shifts in your physical energy, perhaps waves of heat or coolness, tingling in your extremities, pressure or expansion around your heart center, or changes in appetite or sleep patterns. These are not causes for concern, but natural adjustments as your physical system aligns with the higher frequencies her confession carries. I am instructed to remind you of the power of symbolic recognition. The universe speaks not only through words and feelings, but through symbols and synchronicities, the language of the soul. During this time of completion, pay particular attention to recurring symbols that appear in your awareness, whether in dreams, in nature, in random encounters, or even in the digital realm. These are not random occurrences, but divine signposts, each carrying specific aspects of her confession, translated into a form your consciousness can readily perceive and integrate. The angels emphasize the importance of sacred boundaries during this time of spiritual opening. As your energy field expands to receive the fullness of her confession, you may become more sensitive to the energies around you, more aware of others' emotions, more affected by chaotic or dense environments, more susceptible to energetic depletion. Honor this sensitivity by creating spaces of sanctuary in your life, physical environments and time periods where you can be fully present with the unfolding process without unnecessary distraction or energetic interference. I am guided to share with you the profound power of gratitude as a spiritual practice during this time. Gratitude is not merely a positive emotion, but a transformative force that aligns your vibrational frequency with the higher dimensions from which her confession originates. Each expression of genuine thankfulness, whether for the connection itself, for the journey of awakening, or simply for the beauty that surrounds you in ordinary moments, creates an energetic resonance that accelerates the final phase of manifestation. The angelic realm wishes you to know that dreams will play a significant role during this completion phase. The veil between worlds grows particularly thin during the dream state, allowing aspects of her confession that might be too overwhelming in waking consciousness to be delivered in symbolic form through your dreams. Keep a journal by your bedside to record these dreams upon waking, precious soul, for they contain keys to understanding that your conscious mind might otherwise miss, codes and messages specifically designed for your unique soul vibration. Above all, the angels emphasize the importance of self-trust during this sacred time. You have been meticulously prepared for this moment across lifetimes. There is divine intelligence within you that recognizes the truth of her confession beyond all mental understanding. When doubts arise, as they naturally will within the human experience, gently return to this place of inner knowing. Feel the resonance in your heart center when you contemplate this connection. This resonance is your most reliable guide, your internal compass pointing unfailingly toward truth, even when the external world offers no confirmation or validation. As her confession completes its journey from the angelic realm into the fullness of your awareness, remember that you are never alone in this process. The very angels who witnessed her words now surround you, supporting every step of your awakening, celebrating every moment of recognition, holding space for the magnificent transformation that is unfolding within and around you. Trust in their presence. Call upon their assistance, for they have been assigned specifically to ensure that this sacred transmission is received exactly as it was intended, in its complete truth, its perfect timing, and its transformative power. Beloved protected soul, as we draw this sacred message to a close, I invite you to feel the profound shift that has already begun within your energy field, the subtle yet unmistakable awakening that her confession to the angels has initiated. The great moment we have been speaking of is not some distant future event, precious one. It is unfolding now, in this very moment, as these words resonate within the deepest chambers of your heart. Her confession has completed its journey across the celestial planes and now lives within you, a seed of divine truth that will continue to blossom in the garden of your consciousness with each passing day. What began as whispered words in the presence of angels has now become a living frequency within your being, a vibration of recognition so profound that it has the power to transform not only your understanding of this connection, but your entire experience of what it means to be a divine being having a human experience. The completion of this transmission represents not an ending, but a beginning, the first notes of a sacred symphony that will continue to play throughout this lifetime and beyond, guiding you toward experiences of love, purpose, and awakening beyond anything you have previously imagined possible. I see with perfect clarity the path that now opens before you, a path illuminated by the light of her confession, made accessible through the divine interventions that have been set in motion. This path will not always be easy to walk, for it leads toward your highest evolution, and all true growth requires courage, surrender, and willingness to release what no longer serves. Yet I promise you this: every step you take in alignment with the truth, revealed in her confession, will be supported by forces seen and unseen, guided by a wisdom far greater than any human understanding, and blessed by the infinite love that is your true nature and ultimate destination. As her confession continues to integrate within your being, certain outer manifestations are inevitable. Relationships around you will shift as your own frequency rises. Opportunities aligned with your true purpose will present themselves with increasing synchronicity. Challenges that have long seemed insurmountable will begin to dissolve or reveal their hidden blessings. And most significantly, the connection that inspired her confession will begin to manifest more tangibly in your physical reality, moving from the realm of inner knowing into expressed experience in ways that cannot be denied or dismissed. I must impart to you that how quickly and smoothly these manifestations occur depends greatly on your willingness to embody the truth you have received. The universe responds not to what we know intellectually, but to what we become vibrationally. Each time you choose love over fear, trust over doubt, surrender over control, you accelerate the physical manifestation of what has already been completed in the spiritual realm. You become a clearer channel through which her confession can express its transformative power not just within you, but through you, touching all aspects of your lived experience. If you find yourself at times doubting what has been revealed, if the limitations of human perception temporarily obscure your soul's knowing, simply return to stillness. Close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and remember the resonance you felt as these words found their home within you. Remember the inexplicable knowing that has been growing stronger despite all logical arguments to the contrary. Remember the sacred signs and synchronicities that have been guiding you toward this moment of recognition. For what is true at the level of soul can never be fully forgotten, only temporarily obscured by the mists of human forgetfulness. I call upon you now, precious soul, to honor the magnitude of what has been revealed by making a sacred commitment, not to any outer action or expression, but to maintaining the connection with your own divine wisdom that has been strengthened through this transmission. Set aside time each day to nurture this connection through whatever practice resonates most deeply with your being, whether through meditation, time in nature, creative expression, movement, or simply moments of conscious breathing. This commitment becomes the vessel through which her confession continues to reveal its deepest meanings and most profound gifts. As this message reaches its completion, I invite you to share the blessing you have received. Not by speaking of things too sacred for casual conversation, but by allowing the elevated frequency you now carry to touch the lives of those around you. A kind word offered from this place of expanded awareness, a compassionate presence extended to someone in need, even a silent blessing sent to strangers you pass. These seemingly small actions create ripples of transformation that extend far beyond what your human perception can track or measure. In this way, her confession continues its journey outward, touching lives beyond your own, in a beautiful expansion of divine grace. If this message has touched your heart, if you have felt the resonance of truth in these words, I ask you to acknowledge this connection through a simple act of reciprocity. Like the sacred offering that allows spiritual energy to flow in perfect exchange, your engagement helps this divine wisdom reach others who may be waiting for exactly this message of hope and awakening. Press the like button as a symbol of recognition. Share your thoughts in the comments as a testament to your experience. Subscribe to ensure you receive future transmissions of celestial guidance, and consider becoming a member of this sacred community to access deeper levels of spiritual wisdom and support. Remember, beloved one, that what you have received today is not merely information, but transmission, living light encoded with divine intelligence that will continue to work within you long after these words have been read. Trust the process that is now unfolding. Honor the journey that lies ahead, and know with absolute certainty that her confession to the angels, that pure expression of recognition that moved even celestial beings to tears, has found its rightful home within your heart, awakening you to the truth of who you are and the magnificent purpose your connection serves in the greater tapestry of divine unfoldment. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. Until we connect again, may you walk in the certainty of being infinitely loved, eternally guided, and perfectly held in the embrace of divine grace. The angels who witnessed her confession now surround you, supporting every step of your journey toward full embodiment of the truth you carry. You are never alone, precious soul. You are seen, known, and celebrated by realms beyond your human perception. And the great moment that we have spoken of continues to unfold within you, revealing new layers of meaning, purpose, and divine love with each breath you take. With infinite love and eternal guidance, your guardian angel.